Hey guys, what is going on? Randall Thor 19, the Mount Million, back again with another daily video. How's everybody doing out there? Hope all is well. This is going to be a randomly spotlight for Skykeepers, but before we get started, I just want to make mention that I do have a huge giveaway going on. I'm giving away 15 Xbox One games, including this game. So the link will be in the description, along with all my social media stuff, so peruse that at your leisure. Anyways, it's been a Rand's Indie Spotlight. My impressions of Skykeepers. So Skykeepers is a 2D action platformer where you play as the village chief Tangi as he desperately fights to reclaim both his world and his life. Basic setup of the story is you suffer like a tremendous loss. At one point you turn to stone. The village that you protect basically crumbles, and over the course of the year that you're gone, you wake up and you have to make things right. So this is kind of it's set up in like a Metroidvania fashion, where the world map is a grid and there's exit and entry points. You know, if you played Ori, you know what I'm talking about, where you go to the next scene. Each of the levels that you play, there are things to get: treasure, villagers, which I'll explain in a minute, but the main focus is the combat, and the combat can be quite hard. So you have your regular attacks on X, you have your special attacks on Y, you also have an ability, right there you saw me use the teleport ability. So with B, you can actually teleport to the stones, or actually teleport to enemies that you use your, if you knock them up in the air, you can teleport to them and continue the combo and stuff. So this is mainly an action-focused game, and as you go along, you beat the enemies, you pick up the purple orbs, you free the villagers in each stage, and they help you rebuild your town. So here we're looking at the world map. I've beaten the first level completely, the forest, like I beat the boss there. I have the second world opened up. There's only 3 worlds in the game. You know, it's going to be a short game. So as you can see, when you click on it, here's the different setups, the different areas. There's only like 5 areas in the thing, but there are a bunch of different missions. I have a side quest open there. This is my next main mission in this area. Should make mention that Skykeepers also retails for $15. I think it's a little bit too expensive for what it offers, and I'm probably not going to play this game again, so take that for what you will. Now, this is the village. Each one of these buildings can be upgraded with the orbs you pick up from enemies and chests, and they sell certain things as you level them up, like health potions, knives that you can throw, etc., etc. You can craft things at the craft shop. There's achievements for actually rebuilding all the stores to their highest thing. But at the core, it's a competent platforming game. I love the parts here where they want you to teleport in between things. That stuff is fun. The actual platforming using the teleportation stuff is a lot of fun. The combat, though, since there's so much of it, because you'll come to an area like here, and you know the walls will come down and there'll just be a bunch of enemies, and you can't really progress until you beat them all. It's one of those type of games. I'm not that big of a fan of that style, and I don't know, eventually fighting all the enemies a bunch of different times just becomes tiresome. And the combat actually does get quite hard, so you're going to be constantly having to dodge, which you can do on left bumper. Dodge will basically, you'll row through any attack that is red, basically, or you can parry with right bumper. But there's a lot of stuff that constantly goes on all the time. There's a bunch of different enemies that always constantly attack you, so you're always kind of dodging and blocking, and since you're fighting all the time, and you really don't have any lives, like when you die, if you didn't cross a checkpoint, you basically got to go through the whole thing, although anything that you did kill stays dead. So I'm not that big of a fan of the combat. It is quite difficult, but I'm just not that big of a fan of this game in general, if that's what you guys are wondering. So this is the stuff I kind of do like in the game, these little challenges to get the villagers to help you rebuild your thing. I like these little platforming sections. They're few and far between, but I like them. And when you come up to these cocoon villagers, they'll give you some strength, and then you move on to the next. Anyways, guys, that's the video. I hope you liked this randomly spotlight of Skykeepers. Check it out on Xbox Live Marketplace. It goes for $15. I'm not going to play it again, but that's me. You may be different. Hit that like button, and I'll see you later.